Well, I'm here because I had a sighting real close to here, and we're going to go there tonight, and we're going to go check out the area and what happened and how it happened. I run a YouTube channel called Lisa's Escapades, where I go out solo camping and I look for Bigfoot on my own, by myself, out in the wilderness. But I got nunchucks with me, so I thought I'd check those out.
Oh, geez.
Well, I was on a road trip. I was coming back from I drove all the way from Washington State to Florida by myself, and I had rented a van, and I was car camping all the way across, and I didn't really think anything much about Bigfoot, although in 2012 I found some prints, and I thought, gosh, those are big prints, and where they come from? They were barefooted prints. And I called the BFRO, and they sent somebody out to meet me, and I showed them the prints, and they have a report on that.
Oh.
But that was in 2012, and I just didn't think anything else of it. I thought, maybe they exist, maybe they don't. I didn't really give it any thought. And then I was on my way home from out west, and I was already back in Florida, and I was on 98 coming I was heading east into Brooksville, and I think it was around 6:30 at night, and the sun was just fixing to set, and I looked in my rearview mirror how you always would, and it was a 2-lane road, and that's when I seen it stand up. It was squatted down in the side of the road where the swamp was, and it stood up and started walking across the road, and I look in my rearview mirror and I see it, and I'm thinking, there's no way I'm seeing what I think I'm seeing. And I just kept looking at it, and then I thought, these cars cresting this hill, they've got to see it. I know they've got to see it.
Yeah.
And I looked, when the cars crested the hill, I looked in my rearview mirror, and the thing ran. I mean, it booked it so fast into the pine forest side of the road. And after that, I was freaked out for like 3 months because, I thought maybe they exist. I went from thinking maybe they exist to now I know they exist. And I was freaked out, and then I started getting more and more interested in the subject and started looking into it and reading about it. And the more I looked into it, the more I thought, I got to get out there and start looking. So that's how I got started. And tonight I just want to go over to the sighting and show you guys where this thing came from, because it's a swampy area, and at the time I didn't realize it, but on the other side of that swamp is actually a city dump.
Oh.
So I think what was going on is he was coming back from that dump, or either from the water there to get water, and crossing the road to the other side. That's what I think was going on. But there's an area there where there's a quarry where you can stand at the top of it and look out over the area that he came from.
Cool.
So I want to show you all that and where I think he went into. You can kind of see how this is a little bit of a hill?
Yeah.
This road here. Well, see where that car is?
Right.
I was right about where that car is, and I looked in my rearview mirror and saw it crossing from this side to that side. And I looked to see the cars cresting this hill, thinking they're going to see it. They've got to see it. And when I looked in my rearview mirror, it booked it into this side.
So it was in the middle of the road? Or it was crossing it? And then
it was crossing the road, but see, I passed and I never saw it. So that means it was crouched down on this side in those woods there.
Yeah.
And then when I passed, there was no other cars, so it stood up to walk. But then these cars started cresting that hill right there, and it saw those cars, and it knew that those cars would see it, so it booked it into the woods then. This was in August of 2016. 6:30-ish at night before sunset, but the sun was starting to kind of go down like it is now.
Look out, if you looked out into the distance over here,
right,
there's like a little lake or pond or something.
Yeah.
So it's
that's
probably
where
coming,
I think he was coming from.
And
on the other side of that lake, all the way over, is a city dump. I didn't expect to look in my rearview mirror and see a Bigfoot. He was actually more of a reddish brown color, and he was thinner than I thought, and he was like about 7 foot. So I got the impression that he might have been like a teenager or
Like a
something.
juvenile?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Teenager, yeah, okay.
Yeah, like not quite an adult yet, but because he wasn't filled out like I thought they would be.
Mm-hmm.
But he
Yeah.
was definitely 7 foot or more.
Is that what got you into what you do now?
Yes.
This
Yeah,
this exact experience
Yeah,
is what.
I mean, all my life I've heard about Bigfoot, and I thought, well, maybe. And I did find some prints before that I reported to the BFRO in 2012, but I still didn't think that, I thought maybe, but I didn't really think so.
Yeah.
But this changed my whole world.
Wow. It's a big area.
I was in the middle of finishing up my ufology certification, and I just sort of ended up getting connected with all these Bigfoot documentaries because I was watching so much alien stuff, and I didn't know anything about the Bigfoot community, but I'm like, there's a lot of similarities between all these UFO sightings and a lot of things that I hear about Bigfoot, and so I kept talking to people about it, and they're like, that's not new, you might be one of those woo-woo people, I'm gonna tell you right now. So paranormal Bigfoot kind of became my thing for a minute, and then I ended up meeting up with Chris and Stevie Strings, and they took me out a couple times, and I think I had kind of a different perspective on the whole thing from they did, because they weren't really into the paranormal Bigfoot. I was like, well, what about this and this and that, and started putting it together, and that's how I ended up doing this sort of by accident.
And how long ago was that?
Maybe 2 years ago.
Oh, so new.
Yeah, it's pretty new.
Cool.
Know everything in the world about aliens, but starting
That's
to
cool.
learn more about the Bigfoot world.
Gotta ask, what do you like better?
I mean, they're both good in different ways. I love them both equally, okay? But, I mean, there'll always be a soft spot for aliens.
Gotcha.
In my book.
And tell us what happened last night, if you could, just to kind of sum it up.
Me and Stevie split off. We went out there, sort of accidentally found some sort of dirt county road and went out there. We did some calls. We didn't hear anything. We didn't see anything until just past 11 o'clock. And then we started hearing some activity further out in the woods. And we were trying to find our way back. And we met that guy who's a local here. And he starts telling us, like, you guys want to see something crazy? Let me bring you over here to this tree where all this crazy stuff happened. And he was saying, wait till we get to this intersection, it's going to drop. The temperature is going to get real cold. And exactly where he said it was going to happen, it went from 53 to 50 degrees right by that tree where all those terrible things happened to those people. And then when we left, temperature jumped right back up. So that was pretty interesting.
I recognize your face.
All right, so Stevie, what's the game plan for tonight?
Julia, what's the game plan?
Julia, what's the game plan for tonight?
I mean, she went today.
My suggestion for it is I walked 2.5 miles through those trails back there that intersect with all of the big dirt roads, so we could either start walking down that and then take one of the dirt roads, or we could keep going until it intersects, but that's almost 2 miles out before you even get there. So we could just go up there and do some calls, look around, see if anything's happening, turn around and come back, and then if not, we could always just go up to one of the other trailheads. What do you think?
Squatchers and squatchettes, welcome to In the Shadow of Big Red Eye. We have a very special expedition for you this evening. We have Stevie Strings, Julia, Lisa Escapades on our expedition, and it's gonna be an amazing time. So I cannot wait for you guys to join us along on our journey. So, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go squat.
Let's do it.
Yeah, some woods.
Well, obviously there's been a couple of witnesses. the massiveness of this place, I'd say 75–80%.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so it outweighs that it's here than it's not, to me. And it was a family, and Glenn Schultz did the interview for the skunk keeper.
Oh, do you hear that?
Yeah, that's why my ear turned.
That was the whistle.
Well, Julia whistled.
Oh, she
She whistled back to it.
I heard it too.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it sounds like a howl.
That sounded like a howl, didn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it did.
Did you hear anything like different on the headphones?
On the headphones, it sounds like a different frequency than it does just hearing it with your naked ear. It sounds a little bit deeper through the headphones, but it sounds closer.
Dude, the potential that we have a Bigfoot something here is kind of legit.
I think this creature can imitate other animals, owls, coyotes, but I think it also can tell imitators. So unless you're either call blasting with one that's really believable, like Ron Moorhead's type of call, you might get a response, but they can't see a tree knock. Some can't, don't even believe it's a tree knock, because if you get a quick response from you doing a tree knock, is he finding the perfect branch or wood to hit another tree just right out instant, or is he clapping, making with his...
That's what I think.
Things like that, but I think a tree knock's better to get a response than
Yeah.
a call.
Let's try to find a tree knock and stuff.
I got my tree knock stuff.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah, I got a synthetic. All right, we're going to try a tree knock, and this is a method that I learned from a percussionist. It is a musical instrument, and it comes in different tones, and this will travel very far and will sound very wood-knocking sound. Here we go. She's doing a scan just to see if something pops up to look.
One of my friends says the same theory, is the number of wood knocks that you hear when you go into the woods is the number of people you have in your group.
Ah.
You don't see that red light right there?
I see your red light.
I see a reflection of something.
Let me get my other light. There's something hanging from that tree right
Hanging
there.
from the tree. You see the white thing? Unusual
No.
hanging from the tree.
Right there.
I do not. I'm sorry.
It's right
Let's go walk over there and look.
there.
Oh! 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 Hey guys. There's a really deep print here. It's small, but it's deep. And because I'm walking on the middle,
Something pressed under that.
Yeah, it definitely looks heel-ish, but it has also quite an archway too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we're going to try to do something a little different, and something that's not really heard in Florida, and that is a loon call.
So Mike, I was just saying that we'll go up a little bit further and we'll have Stevie do his call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially with the coyotes now calling out and stuff.
We didn't hear a single animal sound last night for the most part, and even during the day, I didn't even see a single insect. Like, there's nothing out here. Usually means there's a predator nearby. But
The only thing that I saw today was the ant that bit my ankle.
Lights out, everybody.
Like that.
Look straight down the middle of the road. Tell me what you think. You think that's a figure way down there? You see it? Oh. Tell me if you see it. It almost looks like somebody standing way down there. Yeah. See it? See him right down the middle of the road. You can find two if you have to.
And I'll just come down. I'll just walk down.
Oh, yeah, he's okay. He's in the road now. Oh, it's alive. You got a gun?
Move. I'll progress.
He's gone. He's gone.
Come on.
See it? Go ahead and tell me you see it. Yeah, let's walk down and see if it's a tree, a hot tree in the middle of
Let me see one more time. Can you keep an eye on this and I'll walk down that way?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Let me come with you. You got a gun?
Stevie, do you have yours?
Stevie's
my gun. Not mine.
I don't got anything, guys. Jersey here. Then I really don't want to get eaten by a coyote.
What'd you hear? You heard something? You both heard something.
I did.
You all three heard something. Yeah. Yeah.
Your calls, her calls, all piss something off over in that direction.
Doesn't like it over there.
I said, you know, they drain your battery.
We're all together now.
Yeah.
Do you want to do one?
Yeah. Lisa's gonna do one.
Perfect.
Can we go ahead and do it?
Yes, ma'am.
The right side.
Wait, hold on. Shh.
Imitate out.
Yeah. So that first time it was very far away.
Yeah, very far.
Yeah.
How are we
It
gonna
was
get?
a different direction, so.
Was that something? Like was that? Was I just hearing something, or was that something?
I heard something.
I heard something that sounded like it came from that
Yeah,
direction.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sounded like another howl. Just
Yeah.
like
It was pretty far off, though.
used to
So
be.
so all five of us heard something.
Yeah.
Correct.
Interesting. Okay.
And
Well,
it's similar
that's-
to what you did.
Yeah.
I see more.
That's outside of coyotes.
I hear something.
That's a coyote barking, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I think that
There's
was
a dog way out there.
Yeah.
Dog somewhere.
He probably heard you.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not totally non-biological. I think it can pass in between whatever realm that it exists in all the time into this realm temporarily. show up when it wants to and leave when it wants to. I mean, these are all theories,
Yeah.
obviously, but
Well, what would be the best way that you would find Bigfoot tonight?
turn off all the lights, be really quiet, and make it more in your mind. You know, not make
Yeah.
it look like it's being hunted, because that's not what, if it is going through portals and it is more of a spiritual sort of thing, it's not interested in all of this.
So can we all just like maybe join hands? Is that cool?
Just create energy.
Yeah, just energy. I don't know if this is gonna do anything or
You
not.
guys
It
really
doesn't
want to hold my
matter.
dry hands?
Yes.
Hold your dry hand.
Yeah. It's not for nothing, and we're not praying. We're not doing anything. I just want to send good vibes up into the energy and the environment.
Just think about it.
That we're not here to hurt anything. We are just here to learn and try to just experience. That's all we're here to do, is just experience. And if something can't give us that opportunity, we'd be so thankful, right?
Absolutely.
That's it.
Why do we all do a howl at the same
Hands are
time?
dry.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
It was some really cool. Well, I'll do one more knock and then leave, because I thought I heard a bang out here.
I thought after you guys did all your calls, I thought I heard something again from that
So
direction.
did I, a bang and like a bang.
Mm-hmm.
They're banging, telling us to shut up. They're
Yeah,
trying
that's
to-
what I'm saying.
Yeah, right? Go. I mean, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but
Yeah, I think too much happened.
That's awesome. Let's do it. We just
Yeah.
really wanted to say one more time.
we tried it. We did a good. I mean, we gave it our all,
We
but
give it our alls.
I don't think there's too much around here anymore. If there was anything.
It was really far away. The only
Yeah.
response